Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SC Project branding logo, that's one here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand knob, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at it. Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I roll over something.
Un par de gente se lleva el booking entero. Money, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo
My intro.
Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SC Project branding logo, that's one here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand knob, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at it. Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I roll over something.
Un par de gente se lleva el booking entero. Money, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SC Project branding logo, that's one here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand knob, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at it. Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I roll over something.
Un par de gente se lleva el booking entero. Money, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SC Project branding logo, that's one here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand knob, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at it. Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I roll over something.
What's good, everybody? We'll be starting soon. I'll just let this roll one more time and then we'll get to it.
Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SC Project branding logo, that's one here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand knob, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at it. Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I roll over something.
Un par de gente se lleva el booking entero. Money, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SC Project branding logo, that's one here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand knob, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at it. Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I roll over something.
Un par de gente se lleva el booking entero. Money, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo Lunes.
What's good? What's good? Mike is in the building. Welcome to another Freestyle Sunday, guys. Very excited for tonight for a lot of reason. We got a nice guest I think you guys are going to find very entertaining, very interesting. And of course, you can see there's a little bit of green behind me to give it a little bit of ambiance, of course. We're going to have a little bit of momentum here for that Kawi green. Of course, we got to show love to that, guys. We got Moto Mac in the building tonight. It's going to be really dope. Very excited. But we're going to do what we do best, guys. Before we get started into the stream, we like to show love to everybody. Also, we like to show love to the official sponsors of the stream that supports and show love. And we do the same right back to these people. So very, very important. We kind of highlight this very, very early on. We're going to show some love to Motivation USA, guys. If you want to get your bike looking as dope as any one of my bikes or exhaust, carbon fiber, whatever it may be, these guys are class leading company. Of course, you could get sliders, parts, you know, tools, or whatever it may be. That's where I shop. That's where you probably should shop as well. So, you know, I don't sell anything. I'm not peddling anything out to you guys, but we do love to show love and support to companies that support us back. So very important that we do that, guys. I'd appreciate it. All links will be in the description down below. And of course, we got to talk about another company that is owned, all right, by a writer that is known through our community. It is Hard Knocks Coffee, people. I know you guys are hipsters. My wife and I are hipsters too. So, if you ever out, you want to get coffee, right? You want to support a local group, guys. You want to check out Hard Knocks Coffee. They have shirts, mugs, you know, candles, and of course, coffee, which is what everybody want and eat, you know, drink and stuff in the morning or throughout your day, maybe on a date. So definitely hit up Hard Knocks Coffee. Their link will be in the description down below, guys. All right, keeping it moving. We're going to show love as we usually do per stream. We're going to highlight everyone that's here early because that's what we do, right? All right, let's go. Let's pull up the chat real quick and, yeah, man, show you guys some love. I think it's only right, and we always do this, and we also even have a Q&A towards the end. So if you guys do have questions and stuff or any comments and stuff like that, you want to have those be highlighted. It's a great means to give back to you guys that are watching. If you're a vlogger or you have a channel, your channel name gets to pop up also. So it's somewhat of a small little homage and stuff like that. So let's go. Let's pull up a couple of people. Let's see what we got. We had some early people, so we'll definitely pull them up first, which is pretty cool. We have Easy Rider Moto. He's here in the building for Moto Mac TV. Good guy. And if you guys are new here on the channel, definitely hit that subscribe for my channel as well. We have a platform where we share it amongst each other, the community, and highlight other people, up and coming people. Whether you're big in the game or you're just starting out, you're looking for an opportunity, we highlight everybody. We have another regular. We have Governor D Nice in the building. Jack in the Box, shout out to him, guys. He was our last guest on the show. And I've been getting mad flowers for having him on. So if you guys did not sub to him, definitely give him a follow. You could hit up the last stream and just to see his journey with him starting out with riding and stuff like that. And I think it was really dope for us to give him this platform. And also we could check back with him maybe down the line to see his growth. So that's really cool. Of course, wifey's always in the building showing love. That's pretty dope. And we have ZX10 Mez, if I'm reading that right. Let's go Moto Mac TV to the top. Yes, sir. We have Jack B. Quick, a Texas native, I'd say. Right, out of Haiti. So that's a good look. Sac passe. And we also have my boy Randy Reality tuned in for Moto Mac TV. That's really dope. Black Moses in the building. Always love seeing him. That's a good look. Quite a few people. So I'm just going to go through them pretty quick so we can get to it. Sheldon C. Yes, sir. Georgia Grow Guy. Right? Did I read that right? Yeah, Georgia Grow Guy. We have Ducati's in the building. Budson Tussinel is here. Again, we have people here, guys. I love seeing returning faces and people just coming through showing love. We have that guy Kills heavy on the track usage out here in New York. So good stuff. We are going to be bringing the comments back as we're going through this, guys. But I think it's only right we do a proper introduction for my boy Moto Mac TV, because he's out here in New York, guys, and we tend to do it a little extra because it's one of our own. So I had a couple of clips I wanted to roll, but there's one that I found that really speaks to his channel, what he's doing, what he's bringing to the table, and what to expect after you sub to me, then you go sub to him. This is what you're going to expect. So let's take a quick look at my boy Moto Mac TV intro here, baby. Yes, sir. So it's not just moto vlogging. We do bring in some serious riders that put in that work. And let's welcome my boy Moto Mac TV, guys. Very excited to have him on. I think he's a very interesting character, and I think you guys are going to find his story very interesting. Warm welcome for Moto Mac TV, baby. What's good?
What's going on, man?
Welcome to the stream, sir. Welcome to the channel.
It's pretty dope to be on that Clutch First NY's live stream, man. It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, man. It's really dope having you here. I think it's time we start showing love to a lot of people. Guys, we have a slew of people coming out of New York. This, I like to call them new gen, but you know, motovlog has been pretty apparent out here in New York, but we have a new slew of energy and people that's very positive, that's willing to share clout and bounce other people's name and go out to events. And I think it's really exciting. To be honest, I've gotten to a point personally where I was getting a little bit sluggish in terms of like producing content myself, and seeing some of the new faces, some of the new energy by gentlemen like himself here, that is bringing me back, man. So walk us through it, man. What are you rocking?
I ride a 2021 Kawasaki ZX10R. First brand new bike that I've ever purchased in my life. I had used bikes my whole life, and then I started a YouTube channel. I was like, you know what, man? Let me just aim for the stars and just go out and just pull the trigger on a bike. And shout out. I mean, I'm probably going to be doing a lot of shout outs to this guy, but shout out to 650E because he definitely made that possible. I was actually number 4 in the country with a 2021 ZX10R, thanks to that guy, man.
Yo, you know what? You know what's so funny? How small. And again, I'm always gonna refer to this because this guy had a very big impact on me in a very short period of time. My boy Black Moses says, if you sneeze on the East Coast, somebody say God bless you on the right. And I love the fact that how every time somebody comes on, the name that they bounce somewhat reflect on the next person. So that's really dope, guys. So hang tight. I want to show you guys this ZX. All right, really beautiful bike. I know you usually see a lot of Ducati on my channel, and again, I love Ducati. That doesn't mean I don't, but that doesn't mean I don't appreciate other motorcycles as well, guys. So hang tight. Let's take a look at this freaking beautiful bike, man. So the bike is not just for show, guys. I am showing this bike. He does go really hard, but it's not only just about his bike. There's one thing that I find that's really interesting when I jumped into his channel and I watched it. So a lot of people tend to start moto vlogging and they tend to struggle with building a personality, or at least finding who they are when they're on camera. One thing that I find that's very interesting about your channel that's really dope is that you're pretty much very natural on camera. You're not above here, you're not below there, and you've managed to find that happy place that sounds really good and it doesn't sound completely out of place. And I think we did talk. He does have a mention, a background with, you know, being able to speak in public. I think that works to your favor, right? Would you say?
Yeah. I had a job that I had to do a little bit of public speaking. So, but I mean, even to the space that I've gotten right now on my YouTube channel, where I'm actually feeling comfortable, it did take a little bit of a process to get there because you just, you know, not sure of how to really, you know, conduct yourself with the saying certain moments and stuff like that. And then one day it's just gonna snap. You're just gonna be like, you know what? This is who I am. This is what I have to offer. This is my content, and this is me. And I think I've finally ascended to that level where I'm completely comfortable with who I am and how I conduct myself on my channel and things like that. So yeah, it definitely took some time, but I'm definitely in terms of like being comfortable with camera, I think I'm at that space right now.
You know what I think that's dope on your channel? I think it's something that we don't highlight too much, and it's something that always grab me immediately when I look at someone's channel. What do they have? Is it the bike? Is it the personality? And I've noticed something with your channel. It's very driven by people, by close friends, people you ride with, even from the first clip. I mean, I had several clips to kind of pull up to highlight your channel in the beginning, and the one that struck me the most was just you going hard, having a good time with your friend. I feel as if it's almost secondary for you to do like moto vlogging or just recording the ride. It's really about the people in the road, right? From what I'm seeing.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. I got a small group of guys that's like always on the channel, always on the channel with me. So, you know, we rock out as much as we can, man. I like to show people, you know, how fun and how much camaraderie there is with riding bikes. With other people going to different restaurants, different places, meeting new people, stuff like that. So it's an adventure every time, man.
I agree, man.
Yeah, sure. Pretty dope, man. You and I are definitely gonna get a nice episode in pretty soon too, man.
I was gonna say, hopefully I get an opportunity to actually be on there, because I'm like, man, this guy's, he's on the come up, guys. And again, if you tune in, you're watching, definitely after you tune into the stream, if you have questions, you could drop it in the stream as well. Definitely go to his channel and help him propel that forward, man. We shouldn't have anybody in the New York area or whatever that's doing moto vlogging that's struggling when we all kind of been in the game and kind of did our own struggle. It's a pretty open space where we all can thrive and stuff. So I thought it was pretty dope, man. So definitely subscribe to his channel for sure. So what do you want people to know, man? I'm going to put you in the spot, let you do your thing for sure.
On the spot. What do I want people to know? I just want people to really see like a guy that is pretty energetic, that likes to just enjoy riding bikes and giving you guys content, a close, in-depth look at, you know, the enthusiast that loves these bikes, man. That's just who I am. I don't take these trips for no reason, you know what I mean? I want people to see me in a different space, see different things on my channel, see a different element every time, whether it's, you know, you doing curves on the episode or doing smackdowns or just doing a quick moto vlog. Like, I'm really trying to make sure there's a plethora of content to give to the viewer, and not just one specific topic or one specific aspect to a channel over and over and over again. I really like to switch it up and mix things up, man.
Yo, you know what's dope? I was just going to transition to that. So, guys, one thing that I find super interesting, his channel is like a cross between moto vlogging. You have a little bit of install in it. You have somewhat of a smackdown structure on there as well, which you go through the ride. But I feel like your channel falls into this area where it's not a smackdown channel. It's not a complete moto vlogging channel. There's an area. It's very hard to explain, guys. I think it's something you have to experience for yourself and go check him out. But you do have those aspects as part of your channel that kind of thrive and drive people in. But I think there's still like an area where your channel is going to get to where it's going to be more than either one of those. Because I'm going to say this now. This is not something to offend anybody. I feel like there's a generation that's coming out of the Ebe plethora. Almost there's like it's not an incentive, almost like a remnants of him in some of their channel. I feel like yours has broken that. A lot of people, you could see that as just like another SmackDown channel. Yours is definitely not that. It's
right,
a little
and that's
bit different.
definitely by design. It's definitely something that I want everybody to see. Like, it's just an array of different things. So one episode you might get a track day, another day you might get a SmackDown video, other day you might get a quick, you know, feature video of how to do, like, I'm working on a launch control video for my ZX10 that I had never had done before. So I really try to give everybody a little bit of everything on there, man. I think it's the best way to go about doing things. And you just, you know, you got something for everybody on your channel. You know what I mean?
That is very true. Hold on, I'm just gonna highlight this real quick, guys. Just wanted to say what's up to my boy DeFobra. He's kind of dropped out of the motorcycling game for a bit. Hopefully he'll be able to make his way back to it, but it's always great to see him come through on the channel and show some love. Just want to kind of highlight something real quick. Also, guys, I am going to be jumping between these clips. I know you guys are ADD. You can't watch anything for too long, so there will be little intersections here where we kind of highlight certain things. So take a quick look here at this New York run. I did mention of how he's very into people and the people that he rides with. Take a look at this.
Also got to meet some subscribers on the channel. It just feels so good, man, when you outwork your bike and random people come up to you like, oh, I watched your video, I watched your channel. And it's just a rewarding feeling, man. You know, it just makes you feel good knowing that your work is paying off and people are recognizing what you do in your work and your craft, and it's just awesome. But anyway, we're on our way to the city, man. I'm sure the city's going to be lit.
You know what's really cool about this is that a couple of years ago, I was doing the whole New York setup, and it was like a thing. You know what I mean? It was like, oh my God, you know, I'm actually highlighting New York. It's so beautiful seeing someone else doing it and kind of bringing that back, man. So
try to cover it, yeah, man, yeah. There's just so much to New York to try to cover, though. It's not like something you could really tackle. There's like something in every borough that you can see and get on your channel that'll be really good content. And it's just and like I was telling you before, man, for the longest time I hadn't been doing moto vlogs at all. I felt like I wouldn't be interesting enough. I felt like I wouldn't be able to speak well on camera. I felt like I wouldn't be able to like come up with good topics. But after a while, it just flowed, man. And I think it's New York is actually, and now in my opinion, I did like a complete 180. New York is probably one of the best places to do moto vlogs because something is always happening. Everywhere, somewhere, whether it's, you know, something cool to see, whether it's something insane to see, there's always some type of entertainment in the city. And it's just like, I think, you know, people like yourself and Madlit are definitely paving the way for more New York moto vloggers to get out there and document their journey, man. Somebody's going to be watching, somebody's going to be willing to see exactly what you're going to put up there.
So I rolled this clip specifically just for a reason. Earlier I did mention, hey guys, you know how his channel is very distinct where there's SmackDowns, there's install, you know, then you get to see New York a little bit. Like I said, you're going to see a slew of clips being rolled out where it's an install or through New York City, SmackDowns, or going balls to the walls through New York highways. I'm not saying it's him. It could be someone else. I'm just saying it's possibly
professional stunt doubles, man. I pay them a lot of money. They're bankrupt. They're bankrupting me, man.
It's possibly somebody that looks somewhat like him. You know, we're not gonna dry snitch.
I think it might be Vin Diesel. I hear that a lot, so it might be him that's taking my bike and doing these things.
There's a strong possibility, man. So really dope, man. I think you're one of the people that's embracing the travel vlogging, almost not just like lifestyle, but travel vlogging, meaning that you're flying out or trailering your bike to events and then enjoying those. So just kind of walk us through some of that, man, because it's something that I'm looking into and very excited about. And I know you have an approach, so tell us about that.
Yeah. So my channel originally started out with two people. It was originally called Mac and G TV. My old partner, G, who was no longer part of the channel, just due to him, you know, he has a business, he has a family, so he had to, you know, separate himself from the channel. But before the separation happened, he and I had started the channel, and I believe there was a meet that 650E was hosting. This is back in like, I think 2020. And I had never met E before. And I wound up DMing one of my boys, Outspoken Tiger, about going to this meet. And he's the one that was just like, oh yeah, talk to Eve about the details and stuff like that. And I'm just like, talk to Eve? What do you mean talk to Eve? How do I contact this guy? Like, this guy's like one of the freaking YouTube gods of motorcycle. What do you mean just contact Eve? So I actually wound up just commenting on one of his photos. I was like, hey, I spoke to Outspoken Tiger. I heard you're going to be at this location. And to my surprise, he responded to me. And after that, he DM'd me his information, he emailed me all the locations. And after that, met him out there in Georgia. That was the very first time I took my bike on a trip. Met him out in Georgia. That was the first time I met Jack B. Quick and Dude Mungus. Shout out to my guys. That was the first time I met them, along with meeting Eve and stuff like that. And after that, it just clicked. After that, like, he just started inviting me to more and more meets. I got to meet more and more people, and then it just kind of snowballed from then on out. And then after a while, I was like, it's kind of a lifestyle that I think I'm digging, man. Not only did I just travel for SmackDown, but I also did a lot of track days as well too. I haven't gone to the track as much as I should in the past year, and I know a lot of my track boy friends are giving me hell about it. But yeah, I did a lot of traveling for track and did a lot of traveling for SmackDown meets, and I think this is here to stay, man. I'm definitely gonna be doing this for quite some time.
So a lot of you guys see small gems. We always drop small gems in between, guys, no matter who the person is, even though they're pretty big. I can't speak to everyone, but I know at least somebody like 5 Up or E, even though they're as large as life, they'll still kind of hit you up and reply and kind of be cordial and kind of reach out and give you a hand. So that's pretty dope to know. So in case if you want to reach out, you can. So
that was totally unexpected, man. That was kind of crazy for me to get the reply. It was kind of dope.
You do have a background with track, right? Would you say that made you a better rider for the street, or do you think it made you a little bit more conscious about riding in the street because the ridings are a little bit different? Yeah.
For sure. I think anybody that wants to consider buying a motorcycle should always go to a track, no matter what CC it is. Understanding the mechanics of how to work a motorcycle through and throughout, the track is definitely going to teach you that, especially if it's a sport bike. Almost any bike will help you, develop your skills. With a sport bike, you'll definitely be able to zone in and enhance your skills. And it could not just help you to become faster, but it can also help you in emergency situations. Taking a hard turn that you anticipated, coming up fast on the turn you thought you wouldn't be going as fast as you wanted to, emergency braking, all of that stuff. The track will definitely help relax you in panicky situations, and it'll prepare you to, possibly save your life or even save somebody that you're with. You know what I mean? So I definitely recommend everybody go to the track at some point in time. Everybody, for sure, man. But yeah, to answer your question, track definitely helped make me a better street rider, 150%.
Okay. I'm gonna show this real quick. So we will see some of the proof of of some track videos? Yeah, of some of your track videos. Well, this one's not necessarily a track video, but just kind of a general
and I am nowhere near like a fast track rider. I do have a good amount of track experience, but I'm not the fastest guy out there. I'm not in no position to teach anybody anything on track, but going out with a coach and things like that, you'll definitely get better.
He's being modest. Let's take a look real quick at this. let's go. Hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up, man. You see your boy putting in that work. And again, I'm throwing in a lot of this footage, guys, so you can get a general idea who you would be subbing to and the experience. Yo, why you got your hand on your head though?
That was a fun track day. That was a fun day with the fellas out in Bear Mountain, man.
Yeah,
sure.
man.
And those are track riders I was with, so I felt completely comfortable going a little bit aggressive on that street because I knew they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, man. These guys are cutting it up hardcore when they're out there on the road, and I'm even asking myself like, hey, what's gonna be my approach when I go out and ride with you guys? Because I usually take like a regular bike, not like the Street Fighter, like maybe the Hyper or something like that. I'm like, I might have to take a bigger bike out just to make sure I could play in the
Hyper would be dope for track day. I'll tell you that right now. You will have tons of fun with that on the track. Maybe not like a track that has like a lot of straightaways, but like NJMP Thunderbolt. Oh yeah, bro. You'll have a lot of fun with that bike for sure, man.
Everyone is telling me that. It's like, yo, get this bike set up for the track. Yes. I'm going to enjoy it. So definitely it's a keeper for sure. So we're going to see where it goes, man. Really,
I've seen you guys put in work on a Hyper motor on the track for sure, man. Sure. You're going to love it, man. If you want, I'll go with you for your first track day, bro. Because I'm trying to get back there this season myself.
Yo, everyone, I've gotten so many invites. It's going to have to happen. If not, I think someone's going to call me out and be like, listen, man, you can't ride the streets anymore until you officially go out there on the track days. So really, really dope, man. I think really interesting to have you on and seeing some new faces. Oh, we got my boy Angela Life with Research in the building. We got a nice group of people today. If you guys are tuned in, definitely hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm overall with the channel. And again, I always say, if you guys want to show love and support to the channel, I do have links to Hard Knocks Coffee. That's an official sponsor. Definitely hit them up. Show some love if you want to buy coffee with them. That's what my wife and I do, and it helps support the channel. MotivationUSA.com is a place to kind of go and kind of get that stuff done too. If you were looking for parts, tires, whatever it may be, that's where I shop. So, yeah, man. So back to the thing. I have to do it in the middle because I don't want people to be like freaking out like, oh, man, he's promoting. But got to do it because that's how we pay the bills around the here.
That's how you pay the bills, exactly. Got to pay them things, man.
Yeah, man. I've seen you go to a lot of bike nights. I think there's one thing that you guys have done that showed me a different side of motorcycling that I loved a lot in the beginning. Because I started riding out solo on my own and started riding with friends, and started going to bike nights, and all that stuff kind of fell to the wayside with experience. I think with over time, either you get jaded or things happen with people you ride with. And one thing that's been sparked with my interest with just moto vlogging again and watching a lot of the new guys coming up is just the excitement to really start going to these events again. So I've seen you at Jersey, seen you at Cycle Gear, I've seen you, a lot of places just hitting people up, just shaking hands and having a good time, man. So what are some of the best practices would you say to kind of be part of those events and be in the know?
Just stay abreast of all types of posts that come your way. If there's a bike night coming up in your area, definitely hit it up and check out the scene and slowly but surely start your network and see what's what, see what's going, what's the next event that's up and coming and things like that. It's kind of something that I did because even after meeting 650 Eve, it wasn't like I met Eve, I rode out with Eve, and then boom, there it is. You still got to put in that work. You still got to be able to market yourself accordingly in order to get yourself to the next level, to the next platform. And that's definitely what I'm still in the process of doing for sure. Just try to network as much as possible. There's a lot of people out there that don't know each other that are doing some of the same things. And, collabing, going to the, events together and things like that is just going to do nothing but, boost your network and get your name out there for whatever it is that you want people to know you for, man.
Here's one thing that kind of I wouldn't say throw me off from going to meets and doing group rides is the safety factor. Because once you're meeting up with people, you don't know everyone's skill level, and again, it's something that I kind of mentioned to you guys. I mentioned to you a little bit earlier prior to talking is that oh my God, my wife would not stop texting me right now. I'm gonna have to do it. Yo, I'm telling you, she's the business person behind my channel. For all you guys that don't know, she's cutting up the video. She's a mean editor.
Commercial break in 10 seconds.
She's kind of doing it up. She just wanted to make sure that I make notice that I will be in Nashville with 650 Eve this month.
I'll be in attendance as well.
You'll be there as well, so we'll be there. And also in June, I'll be in Detroit with 5 Up. Hopefully, Eve will be there as well. She was like, early announcement, please don't let me. Yo, I love how you just throw up my flow just for that. All right, I said it. Now stop messaging me.
Make sure you look at camera too when you say the ad. You got the whole feed in your ear.
Oh, man. So, yeah, man, what do you feel like with safety-wise? Because I get pretty nervous riding with riders before. I've mentioned to you that I've been rear-ended before in the past, and that kind of, again, more experiences that you have, either things get better and some stuff kind of get you jaded a little bit. So what would you recommend to people that's going to some of these rides and stuff like that? Yeah.
So first, I'll talk to like the New York people. Before my YouTube days, you know, New York in itself is a very aggressive place to begin with. Mm-hmm. And when you're riding a bike in New York, you have to be on the defensive no matter what. If you're trying to make it home every single day, you can't ride offensively. You have to ride defensively. And, you know, as you're young, you know, you're in the city, you're in the boroughs, and you're riding around, things like that. As time goes on, you have to change your style.
You're good. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yep, no problem. But yeah, you just have to change up your style as time goes on, especially riding in New York, because it's a very unforgiving place. As time goes on, you know, definitely be more conscious, less aggressive, and probably the biggest thing is the people that you ride with. Riding with people can get you in some areas.
In a lot of hot spots, would you say?
Say it again?
They could get you in a lot of hot spots?
They get you in hot spots. It can get you in places where you don't want to be. Get you in situations that you don't want to be in. So you really just got to make sure, you know, as things progress, just make sure your riding experience and your riding skill set is changing for the better. But yeah, group rides is probably something that I used to do a lot when I was younger, but I'll probably stray away from that as time goes on. You know, a lot of times, you know, as you become like a bigger star, people just want to ride with you. Maybe they want to be on their video, so they'll get a little bit closer to you. So you just got to be just careful about, you know, what happens and who you're around, and be aware. And it doesn't mean that you can't ride with new people. You just have to pick and choose, you know, when you can do those type of things. Because I love meeting new people all the time, man. Riding with new people is probably one of the best things about starting a whole YouTube career, because you just never know who you're gonna ride with somebody, and you're just like, yo, that is a really awesome dude, man. I definitely want to link up with this guy again, link up in his city, link up, you know, somewhere in between where.
Yeah, man. Let's see what we got. Hang tight, guys. I think Moto Mac's connection dropped, but it's all good. He'll be right back in for sure. But pretty common things like this tend to happen when we're streaming. But as usual, we keep the stream going and we keep sure that everything is still rocking. So hang tight. We'll bring him back on. But for now, you guys are going to be rocking with your boy. But definitely, it's amazing to actually ride with people and have different experiences with people when you're out there on the road, and making sure who you're riding with, just in case something were to go down, you're able to handle a situation where it's not completely going to impact someone while they're on the road, either someone get hurt or something like that. So good to know who you're with, and also how do you call it? How do you react in case something like this does happen? So really, really dope, man. And again, guys, I'm just going to kind of pull up a couple of chats real quick while Moto Mac TV comes back on real quick, and then just reply to a couple of comments. Hang tight. There we go. There we go. All right, let's pull up that chat real quick, guys. So if you have any question, definitely throw that up right now. And again, with these streams, guys, they take a lot of connection power to actually get a nice smooth flow with the stream. But Moto Mac's already back on, baby. I'm quick with it. Probably took a couple of seconds, but he's back in the building, man. But I guess while then, I'm just still gonna pull up the comments because I want to say what's good to people. Anyway, we did get a super chat, so hang tight, man. We are. Oh my God, man. I am like thinking on my feet right now, boy.
Really?
There we go. We had a super chat here from S1000R Mia, man. Thank you, appreciate it. Everything helps. Let's see what I got here. I have Power Moto Mac. Any plans to for a custom paint or wrap for your ZX?
Yes, I do have plans for that. Great question. I'm actually in the midst of cooking up something pretty dope for my bike that I don't think anybody would really expect. Still working on that project. Hopefully it'll be done by the Detroit meet, but no promises.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not going to keep it completely black?
The color's going to be the same, but I'm going to do something different to it.
Okay. So probably some accent pieces, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think a lot of people will be appreciative of what I'm planning for it. So we'll see how it goes.
So as you were saying about having the group rides and being safe in them, stuff like that.
Right. So yeah, just making sure that as time goes on, you're able to just adjust to things that are happening because riding bikes it can be dangerous, right? And the thing is, we want to make sure that we come home to our loved ones every single day. And as you get older, you have to take more and more precautions, especially if you have a family and things like that. So it's just something that you just have to be conscious of as time goes on to make sure that you are adjusting and just keeping yourself as safe as possible. And like I was saying before, the group that you keep around you is what's really going to keep you safe from things that can potentially happen. Not saying that's the only thing that could keep you safe, but that is one of the very many contributing factors that can help you make sure that you get home safe every night. Having boys that are watching out for your back and that you're watching out for their back as well too. So group rides, I like them, but I'll probably be straying away from them a little bit more and more as time goes on.
You know what's so funny? I know. I lightly mentioned Fastlane D2 before. Even he was saying the very same thing too. I think what tends to happen when there's group rides like that, where people get together. I think it's a guy thing, really. Even for myself, I'm not even gonna front, guys. Like when I pull up with any one of my bikes, and then your ZX is there, and the BMW is there. Like the energy is very infectious with like everyone around because we all love bikes. We all get excited, and it's just sometimes that could be like overbearing. You know what I mean? I think nobody has intentions to kind of have a bad night.
Right.
And I think having that self-control goes a long way. And I've mentioned this to you before. For me, when I do any kind of big rides and stuff like that, or if I go on a group ride, I tend to ride back. I end up being the boring guy, I think. And it kind of sucks because you're like, oh, man, you got a fast bike, boy.
Right.
Why are you in there?
Yeah, but you know what, man? Like, there's always going to be another ride for you to have fun. Just because you're not going to wild out on that big group ride doesn't mean that the next day we're with a lot less people that you still can have fun, man. So it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
So I like to have like a trio, man. The max 4 people. I think having 3 people that you kind of know and trust. My experience with like doing my last group ride, I was out in Texas for MotoGP, and I rode with the entire team, and it was an amazing experience. I rode a different bike every day, which I wouldn't like recommend to anybody because I never really got used to one of them.
One bike, right?
Yeah, and it's kind of it's like relearning something completely new. But one thing that was extremely fascinating with riding with them, no seniors, no communication, and they rode as if they were speaking with each other.
Mm-hmm. Chemistry's important.
Yeah, my first 2 days riding with them, I rode the back. They were like, yo, this New York boy, he's a little like, he has these bikes. Maybe he's not really putting in work. By the time we're up to like the 4th day, I'm like cutting through traffic with them as if we're speaking with each other and not even talking at all. And it was amazing. So
Yeah, man.
it's a different experience.
Definitely. I am very, very pro Senna as well too.
Yeah.
I think all of my friends that I ride with, I always, encourage them to get a Senna because that's, see if they can see something that you can't see, that's very, very important. That's information that you definitely want to know, especially if you're going to be riding out somewhere far. You know what I mean? And chemistry is probably even bigger than having a Senna. A lot of guys that I'm riding with, I've ridden with for 2-3 years plus. So I know their riding style. I know, like if I see an open stretch of highway, boom, I know my boy Dermish is gonna hit that lane and haul ass and just, get some fun. Or if I know some twisties are coming up, I know my boy Lisso's gonna, tighten up and get ready to take these turns. So chemistry is definitely important and making sure that, you're ready to have fun, but be safe at the same time.
Yeah, man.
You can definitely do that. It's not such a thin line between those two things. You can definitely still have a lot of fun and still be safe at the same time.
Let me roll this clip real quick. I just want to kind of show them when he's saying fun, guys. This is like good stuff, man. Like I think he's being a little modest.
I'm interested to see what clip you're about to throw.
Oh my God, yeah, I got all the goodies, man. Stop playing, okay? It's actually one of my favorite ones. So let's roll this.
We got some dope bikes out here. We got an M package, KTM Super Duke, a brand new 636, dope CBR Indian. Got some nice bikes out here. So let's get it going. I haven't ridden at nighttime in a long time because it's been so cold.
That's a
So
big
yeah, it's gonna be a lot
there.
of fun. Hoping I can get closer to that 200 mark. Even if it's not 200, it's cool, man. But to get closer to that mark would be pretty dope. Uh-oh, they're acting up already.
10 kids.
Hey! Oh, he held that Willie too. Hey, let's go!
Yo, I'm telling you, they get litty when they're out there, man. But, like I said, I've mentioned this before, man. Watching the channel, seeing the energy and stuff, this is exactly what you guys would experience and stuff, joining the Moto Mac channel and seeing his journey and really experience the group energy. And it's not a lot of people that does this, and I think it's very unique. Again, you could see him being his showmanship, not necessarily being part of all the races, but he's been in a couple. We will definitely roll that. So I'm not saying it's him.
Do work, boy. I tell you.
Yo, I'm not gonna be going fast, but we're gonna see if we're gonna hit triple digits tonight. I'm just saying that's not what I said. I'm just repeating what was said.
Gotta call him and let him know. Oh, we can't do all that on T'Challa. Hold on.
So what else have you had, man? T'Challa is a ZX10R, guys. That's the all blacked out joint. You got it brand new. But what else have you had prior? And what else do you see yourself getting as part of your collection? I know you spoke about having more than one bike, and once things become more stable, you're having a little bit more to play with. What do you see having being part of your stable?
So T'Challa is bike number 6 for me. My very first bike was a 2003 CBR 600RR. I was going to school in Philly, and I wanted a bike very badly, and that was the first one that I got. Prior to that, though, I had been riding dirt bikes since I was like 12 years old, so I already knew how to ride a bike. It was just adjusting to a sport bike. It's heavier, it's a lot faster than a dirt bike, so just getting used to all of that stuff. And then after that, man, it was just flip city. I flipped the CBR, got a GT750, flipped that, got another 750, flipped that, got a CBR 1000, flipped that, and then I got my Gen 5 ZX10R, and then that's in between me selling the CBR and me getting the 2017 ZX10 is when I really started like my YouTube career. And then after that, after I met Eve, he was just like, "Oh man, I like your bike, but you're gonna need something fresh for the channel, man." And I was just like, all right, let me see what I can think of. And then after a while, I was just like, that ZX10, I don't know, it's got a lot of features that I like, man. I don't know. And I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna pull the trigger. I've never had a brand new bike before. I've been riding for so long. My uncle was always telling me to get a new bike because he had bikes since I was like 6-7 years old. Always had the latest bikes. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna pull the trigger. And I'm honestly glad that I did it. I'd rather have a new bike before. Just that experience of getting a brand new bike was thrilling in itself. And it was dope. And I kind of felt like I deserved it. You know, everything from working and starting YouTube channels. I was like, all right, let me just go ahead and do that. But in the future, I definitely want at least another fast leader bike. And then after that, I definitely want a dedicated track bike and then something else that I could like cruise with.
Yo, he's got the disease.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I really like the Hypermotard. I think that's something that I may use as like it's not really a cruiser type, but it's definitely an upright bike, and I think I'll enjoy it. And that's like that thing. I've never really ridden one before, but I can tell that thing is like oodles of fun, man. Riding up like that, you can take it for long duration rides and stuff like that. So definitely direction I want to head.
It's definitely a fast bike. I think it's more of a sport bike than a supermoto, really.
Really?
I think they just wrapped it in the supermoto package, but the bike is...
Dude, it sounds amazing.
It sounds really good and fast. No.
Yeah. That thing is an absolute like torque monster, and it looks great, man. It just, oh gosh, the Hypermotard just look. Can you pan to the left real quick? Can we see it real quick?
Oh my
I know you see it all the time, but
you guys could see it. Oh my god.
The Hypermotard.
I'm covering it. Wait.
We got the Street Fighter in front of us.
All right, wait, hold on. Oh yeah. Okay, there we go.
Look at that.
I'll get out of the way. Yo, I almost sold that, by the way.
The Hypermotard?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I almost sold it, and I was telling my wife, "Oh, I'm just gonna get rid of it and stuff like that." Because you know what it is. At some point, I was feeling like you can't ride all the bikes you have, and they're not all necessities. Really, it's more like a guilty pleasure. Yeah. And I was telling my wife, "No, I'm probably gonna get rid of him or something like that," and I'm like, "No." She immediately went to the part where it's like, if you get rid of any one of these bikes, it's gonna be a problem. She's more of a hoarder than I am, so I'm just gonna say it now. It's not me. Initially, I wanted to sell the Monster. She's like, "No, that's not a great idea. You should keep it." I wanted to sell the Hyper. No, I don't keep it, because after you get the Street Fighter, in my opinion, that bike is pretty much a Swiss Army knife.
Swiss Army knife, right?
Yeah, you can put up with any super bike on the road. You can chill on it. You can ride it all day comfortably. It's not going to be as hot because the rear cylinders turn off when you're low RPM, or if you had a stop sign or whatever, you stop light. Right. So it does pretty much everything. But she was like, "What is the point? You've kind of grind all this time. You're at a place where it's comfortable for you to really keep everything." And I actually listened to her for once. And
so you wanted to sell them, and she convinced you to keep them.
Yes.
I see why you married her. You made a very conscious decision about who you wanted in your life, and obviously it's paying off. So shout out to you for making the absolute correct decision, man.
Because I was like,
awesome. Man. Most wives would be like, yeah, let's sell all 3 today.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll just keep one and stuff. She was like, no, because now it's like, no, because I want the super bike, which I thought would be perfect, like a comfortable bike and a super bike as a Sunday ride. She was like, no, just get it and keep everything, and then just enjoy them. It doesn't, your enjoyment could be you going to the garage and then wash them and then ride and then leave them. It doesn't matter. It's the fact that the journey of you getting there and having them keep them. So there you go. So that's why they're kind of there.
When you get a bike, 85% of it you enjoy just riding the bike, and 15% of it you just enjoy looking at it in the garage.
Yeah.
Like, it's clean, it's sitting on the stands, you just sit in the garage for a good 10, 15 minutes. Damn, that's a good looking bike. And then you just go about your day. That's like the 15% of enjoying, having a bike. It's just looking at it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it is, man. But by the way, are you brand loyal? By the way, I gotta ask you, or is it a Kawi thing all day, or you could see yourself being on anything?
You know what's crazy, man? For the longest time, ever since I had my CBR, I hated Kawasaki. I despised it. I was like, if there's any bike in the world that I would never get, it is a Kawasaki Ninja, and I wind up owning 2 of them. So no, I am not brand loyal at all. I've had Hondas, I've had Suzukis, never owned a Yamaha. Hondas, 2 Hondas, 2 Suzukis, 2 Kawasaki's. So I am not brand loyal. One of the reasons that I went with the Gen 6 actually, because Originally, I was looking at the Aprilia RSV41100 factory.
Ooh,
But at the time, 2020
oh my
really,
God, you didn't do it.
Yeah. But the
Ah.
thing is, at that time, though, everybody was saying it was a great bike, but the dealer network was weak. So I was just like, if I have any issues, I'm kind of stuck with, having, my bike is going to be down for like 3-4 weeks so I can get to the dealership or I got to get a part or something like that. But originally, I was supposed to get an RSV41100 factory, but I was just, you know what? It doesn't have cruise control, doesn't have heated grips. It's not a bike that you want to ride long distances. I know that I'm going to be riding my bike long distances, taking it to different places and stuff like that. So I was just like, you know what? Maybe I should just go ahead and get the ZX10. And it was like maybe like $4 or $5 grand less too. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and get the ZX10. So I am not brand loyal, but pains me to say something like this. The S1000 is just a great bike.
Oh, that's my guilty pleasure.
You see, man, like, the reason why I like the S1000, it's like a cheat code. Like, you literally almost don't have to do anything to that bike from the factory, and it's just like, oh my God. It's like, give yourself a head start before you even try. So it's just like, but I mean, you just gotta give credit where credit's due. The S1000 is just like, in my opinion, one of the most complete packages you can probably get straight from the factory. And almost any genre of their bikes, even the S1000 Single R, the naked bike that they have, like that's also another great bike, the GS1250 that Ebe always talks about, another great sport touring bike. So, I mean, you can never go wrong with BMW, but I just don't want to, well, let me not say that. Because who knows what the future holds.
Yo, you know what's so funny with that BMW? I like the new gen BMW better. I'm a little indifferent about the split personality face one.
The Forrest Whitaker face?
Yeah.
That's what everybody's calling it.
Yeah.
One side took NyQuil, the other side took DayQuil.
Oh my God. I mean, I get it. The performance-wise, the bike is amazing. It's great to ride. I think the new one with the symmetry, I love the look, but I think Ducati has the business on lock right now. They're the go after.
But Ducati is the upper echelons of when it comes to bike. Like,
stop saying that, man. I don't want people thinking I got money. Stop saying that, sir.
You said what?
Stop saying that, man. I don't want people thinking I got money.
But it's the truth though. Like if you want the Ferrari of motorcycles, you go to Ducati. Like it's just what you do. It's just what it is. It's just something you have to accept. It's nothing that anybody can really refute. Like Ducati is just one of those bikes. It's just like, it's very sought after and it's very premier. It's very exclusive. And it just is what it is. They make great machines.
I'll tell you one thing that I shared similar sentiment about that Aprilia. I was looking at one as well. And I was looking at a KTM as well. And I think Ducati might have lost me if they had better dealer support. I shared this very exact sentiment. I'm like, yo, if I pick up a KTM, I run into any issues, I can't go to Ducati. I can't go to anywhere. We're talking about New Jersey, probably, I think. And some work when you're doing like valve checks, like for example for Ducati, but you don't do valves on KTM, of course. I don't want any troll coming out here. You don't do valve checks on KTM. We know, fam. I'm just saying major service. I like to go into the official dealer. The reason why I do it is because if I'm saying your computer, if your motorcycle blows up, they gotta pay for your shit back. If you go to like a mom and pop shop or a small little place, something happened, they're just gonna tell you tough luck, buddy. It just didn't work out. So
exactly.
But they didn't have great dealer support.
Because I had the ZX10, I would be willing to get an Aprilia again. Now that I have a bike that I wanted as another leader bike, I definitely do want to get another very fast leader bike for sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, for me, I think right now, if I were to take delivery, which probably most likely will very soon, it's gonna be a super bike, and I think it's gonna be. It might have to be another V4, man. I mean, that bike. It's probably the best bike I've ridden in a long time. Not gonna lie, the BMW was really easy to ride.
Yes.
Very fast. I like the connectivity, but to say though, one thing I don't like with what Ducati does, they penny pinch a little bit, like the Street Fighter. After roughly here, we're talking about buying this bike and walking out with it. It's a nice chunk of change. But then if you want to do a Bluetooth connection, there's another added $500. If you want to do your heated grip, that's another $500. It starts racking up really quickly. And
add-ons, yeah.
For an S version, you should have a lot of those things built in if you're walking out. That's just my personal opinion. It is what it is. Right. But yeah, you do. It is probably one of the really nice riding, and I think Ducati has finally resolved that heat issue. Even though their bikes do get hot because they're really designed to be race bikes.
I know all about it. Last year, 2021, when we went to Miami, I rode Dumont's 1299.
Oh, that's gonna be hot. Oh, I think we had a freeze. Give me a second here. Let's make sure everything's good on the connection. But he said that, just gonna mention this here real quick. He did ride.
And almost at every light.
Oh, wait. One second. You had, cut out for a second. Go ahead. You said you rode Dude Mungus's 1299, and I'm guessing it was hot. Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. At like every other light, I had to get off the bike and like let my ass cool down because it was crazy how his Van Diemen exhaust, like it extracted heat like nothing I had ever felt before. Yeah. Like it was something. Like I was just like, this is what I gotta go through riding a Ducati.
No. So here's the thing. I think early on, Ducati has come a long way. If you're gonna, I always tell people, I like the brand. If I'm gonna recommend something to someone, and I'm gonna tell them the truth. I would say do not buy the V-twin ones. It's gonna be, if you're gonna be riding through your city as a daily, it's gonna get really hot because the L shape, right, engine. Part of it's gonna go to you. It's like, oh, I'm doing it as if you could see me. Hold on, give me a second. It's like your crotch almost, right? As one of the V's hitting. But the new V4 is similar setup, but they turn off. So
cylinders turn off.
They turn off. So you're not gonna get as much heat. But that bike that Dude Bungus have is a nice bike, but they're hot, man. They're hot.
His bike it was nothing I had ever felt before.
Let me see. Hold on one second. I just want to show them this real quick, and I'm going to roll a clip real quick. Just take a look, guys. I'll probably do it on the Street Fighter. What's closest? Oh, hold on one second. Actually, the best one, if you're going to get a V-twin Ducati, guys, get the Hyper. You're so high up, you're above the heat. Yeah, it's really easy. So I'll just show that real quick. One sec.
Hyper is so dope.
Oh shit, the seat's not in, so. But you'll be like above the heat anyway. You see? All of down here, the heat's like gone. So you'd be
a lot of clearance. What year is that?
And of course you have the, right here is covered on the Street Fighter. See? Similar setup.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, if you notice on the Hyper.
What year is that?
Which one? The Hyper? 18. I think it's only 1,000 miles on it. Huh?
18. Nice.
Yeah, 18.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. I jump between all the bikes. The one that have the most mileage is going to be my Monster. My Monster got 34,000 miles. So,
wow.
But
some stories, huh?
With the Street Fighter on the side where the cylinders go, there's heat shielding there, and then they turn off also, and it's actually cooler than the V4 Panigale actually. So it's a pretty cool bike, man. I think if you're gonna go V-twin, I'd say go up, get a Hyper. It's not as hot because the heat distribution is like below. It's not on your legs, not on your thighs or anything like that. But those 1299s, man, they're hot. 1199, 1299, even the 959s, you're gonna get similar heat things. But Ducati's working on that. I think they're kind of, because they have a lot of teams on the grid. I think, how many Ducatis on GP right now? 4? Is it 4 or 5?
No idea.
I think like every race they have like at least 2 guys on the podium. So much technology is being bled down to actually everyday riders. So I think they're going to be solving a lot of that stuff. But yeah, if I'm recommending to anybody, if you're going to spend some money, get yourself the newest ones, because that's the way to go.
I am going to own a Ducati one day, man, for sure. That's definitely something that I think every motorcycle enthusiast, whether it's V4 or whether it's a Street Fighter or even a Hypermoto, I think just owning a Ducati is definitely the end point for most motorcycle enthusiasts, in my opinion, of course.
Like my story with them has been very interesting, man. I mean, I remember not being able to have anything at all, and I used to kind of sit at the dealer. I used to have lunch across the street from the dealer when I was in school, and it's like, one day I'm gonna have one of these, and it's like, I was broke as fuck, so it was like, so it's a little bit of a sentiment thing where it's like, I think also my wife kind of look at it this way. Look, it's a reminder that you did what you said you were gonna set out to do, kind of thing. So a little bit. Anyway, we gotta keep this moving. We're gonna go to a little bit of a tangent, guys. I'm gonna roll this clip here so we can see a couple of clips of my boy Moto Mac TV, guys. Definitely sub him. He's definitely on a come up, and he's gonna be dropping some dope content. As you can see, some of his stuff, his pacing is really great. One of the things I want to highlight about his channel as well. Hold on, let's take a quick look. By the way, I think it's something that's kind of cool. That some people actually have a very good understanding about YouTube, understanding pacing and stuff like that. It's something that took me a hot minute to kind of get myself. Let me just pull up this clip here. Group Smackdown.
I always got like a nervous feeling when you pull up clips.
I pull up clips.
I'm always critical about myself and my work, though. Like, it's just something that I just always do. I'm just
it's not even you. I love this road up there when we go up there. Yo, we're being hard. Yo, those boots though, fire.
I hear it, but I don't know.
Oh, sorry guys, I'm watching it for myself. Yo, that's real selfish. I'm sorry. My bad. There we go.
Boy, Max. A lot of people love this video, man. I didn't think it do as well as it did.
Yo, that's work right there.
With these track dudes, they over here scraping me up out here. No headlights, no turn signals, no nothing.
Oh man, yo, you guys were going hard. That was past Bear Mountain, correct?
Yeah,
man, that was a beautiful ride. I've been up there with my Monster, and I've done the most amount of work up there with my Monster, to be honest. And it's probably one very flickable bike, but the reason why I kind of rolled this clip and I wanted to kind of highlight it a little bit is because of the pacing of your videos. I think a lot of people tend to not realize the effort it takes when you're producing content on YouTube and what it takes to keep people and keep their attention. I think the pacing of your video is one of the key things that's really, really dope. And I don't know if you're doing it purposely, because for me, I had to kind of discover that for myself as time went on with me producing so much content. But what about you, man? What do you think?
Yeah, I kind of try not to bore people with the videos. You know what I mean? I try to get a little bit of everything inside the video. Make sure that the people that want to see me ride get to see me ride. A little bit of discussion. One of my friends' girlfriends that watches the channel, she actually likes when I just have dialogue with other people as opposed to me just riding. When I'm like interacting with other people, she just watches just to watch me have conversations with people, see what they say, how they feel, whatever the case is. So I just try to make sure, there's a little bit of everything in there. looking at the bikes, riding the bikes, and also, you know, some dialogue as well too. So I'm just trying to give everybody as much as I can, and not just one specific thing to the channel.
And you know what's so dope? Even though I've been doing this for years and stuff, and then you're on the come up right now, which is really dope. I'm still like learning, even from a channel like yours is just coming up and seeing certain things. I'm like, oh man, that's really dope. That's something that I can negate out of my channel, or something I could change, or something like that. It's really, really dope being able to learn from other people. Even when I had Jack in a Box last time, I still managed to pick up something. You know what I mean? If you're ever looking for growth, you know what I mean? You can always spot it on other places if you could look outside yourself. So I thought that was really, really dope.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. There's definitely a lot of channels out there that have maybe like 150 subs. I'm just like, yo, the way he did that scene was pretty dope. I think it would be dangerously arrogant for anybody to say that they could learn something from somebody that doesn't have as many subscribers as they do.
No.
You know, to propel yourself and to grow, getting information and, you know, seeing how people do things all over is what's really going to help, you know, get you to where you want to be.
Agreed.
I'm always open to constructive criticism, but, you know, YouTube subs have no problem doing that. They'll let you have it when, yeah, exactly. They'll let you have it when they see fit. But some of that stuff, you know, you just gotta take with a grain of salt. Be like, just step outside of yourself. What are they talking about? You know what I'm saying? What complaints do they have, or what is their true like intentions with this comment? You know what I'm saying? Let me not make it personal. Let me just hear what they have to say and incorporate it if it's something worth incorporating into, you know, my work.
Also, you know what I noticed is pretty dope too. I think a lot of guys you roll with, if you kind of start looking the span of your of the group that you ride with, and some of the people you've met up, early on in some of the videos, you're the only one with the camera. You started vlogging, you started uploading. Now I'm seeing some people, they're not uploading yet, they're not transitioning to anything, but they have a camera now all of a sudden. Or they have a SmackDown camera or something like that, or slightly they're like watching stuff later kind of thing. Absolutely. So I love how that's very influential, you know, slightly and stuff like that. Also, the question now I'm kind of leading to, do you find it being a hindrance to others that you're riding with, or everyone that you're rocking with is cool with it? Because I encountered a little bit of that when I was riding with a group to some point, that it was a little bit of a hindrance where I'm like, tone it back a little bit.
So I missed the first part of the question. What did you say? What was the first part?
Time left. Oh, it's okay. Now I was saying that, do you find it that it's a little bit of a hindrance to the group that you're with when you're shooting your video and you're recording and stuff like that?
I mean, I think the group of guys that I ride with now, I think they're pretty much used to me recording. One of them has a camera. My boy, Leader Lars, he has a camera, but he never freaking uses it. He spent like $300 on an Insta360. He never uses it, but you know, yeah. But I don't know. I think the guys that I ride with now, I think a lot of them are used to me always like recording things like that. But sometimes, you know, if I want to get like a specific shot or something like that, I might annoy them to get like a good shot or get a good particular recording of them doing something like that. But and that's one of the reasons why I rock out with like you know, a certain select of people constantly, because, you know, they know that I'm, you know, shooting a video and I'm going to make some dope content, and I just want them to, you know, us to get the best content as possible. And I'm always pushing out my friends too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always trying to, you know, get my friends on the channel, get everybody to be noticed and not just myself. Because as of lately, I started taking, you know, my face off the camera a little bit more and more and more, and just putting other people on there as opposed to them always seeing me.
Yeah, I think it's a tough one, because what ended up happening for me when I was shooting content with a lot of people, where to the point I was, well, I kind of changed that a little bit, at least for me. I used to be like, everybody was gearing up to getting ready to go, because I would shoot with multiple cameras, and I was like putting stuff on and making sure they're recorded. And granted, now I just have everything on a controller to kind of do it. It would slow things down a little bit, to the point where I'm like, I think it might be best to record solo and stuff like that. But it's always great to see the group rides, and then seeing people having an experience all together, because I think each video kind of you know, show what it's really all about, not just one person's interaction. So that's really dope, man.
Absolutely, and we're gonna get a lot of that in a few weeks, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm excited, man, to go out there and actually start going to different places and ride with different people, man, because I think it's a very interesting thing to too. And I think, you know, for me, I think one of the things, I think every birthday, it's like, I just want to make sure that I get home the same way that I left. I think, because I was, the other day I went to dinner with my wife, and I'm like, am I not enjoying riding as much, or maybe I'm becoming a boring rider? Or is this, I guess my risk level has dropped a little bit. So I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I think we all get to that point though,
Yeah.
right? I think we all get to that point where it's just like, am I still like entertaining enough, or am I still like, if what I'm doing is still, you know, content worthy? Or the biggest question, am I still enjoying riding and not riding just to get content? That's where you could find yourself in a tough situation, because it's like, I'm feeling riding, but I gotta get content, and I haven't had that feeling. I think I still really, really enjoy riding, and I just happen to capture it as well too. So, but there will probably come a point in time where it's just like, do I want to ride right now, or do I want content? You know what I mean? And that's where you really gotta decide exactly, you know, what is it that you're really trying to do? Because I know a lot of people that started YouTube channels strictly for the revenue. And I found out, well, I'm finding it that if you're doing YouTube just to gain revenue, I mean, you can hit that, you know, that so-called YouTube lottery. But overall, if you're just doing it just to get monetized and get the followers, it may not, your content may not come across so wholesome, because you're only doing it for the financial benefit. If you're doing it because you enjoy it, people will see that, people will feel that. They'll notice that on your channel right away, because it's completely genuine when you're recording something, and it shows that you actually want to do it. And it's not like there's only a motive behind why you're actually doing it. So I'm still at the point where I just love riding, and I just happen to, you know, still recording at the same time.
Well, the thing is that there's a fine line between it, because I think what tends to happen, personally, I could speak to this myself. Again, I'm pretty fortunate in the position that I'm in. I don't want people to think that I'm not. I'm just saying it. But there's a fine line to the point where you get your first camera. It's like, oh, I'm shooting videos that I actually really like, and I'm just enjoying, I'm sharing. Perfectly fine. And then you start saying, hey, man, I think it's going to be great to get a 360 so my boys could be, you know, getting pull-up shots or passing or something like that, a smackdown. And then you're uploading that. That stuff is great. And then I think there's a threshold you start reaching where it's like, this hobby is getting very expensive. You know, because eventually it starts hitting your personal finances, as if it, you know, other things you have to actually take care of. Then I think you have to look at it this way. Okay. And of course, there's that opening. We all know that YouTube, there's a means of you earning some money. So I think it's like a hand-in-hand thing. I think if it's done in a very tasteful manner, in a way where, you know, it's not very intrusive, and you don't change who you are, I think it's something that's fine. Because I think very early on, I had this sentiment where it's like blasphemy. It's like, oh, he wants to make money, and after speaking to like people that are seasoned, like Eve or something like that, it's like, you can't be this way. You know, you have to look at certain things realistically. And I think that was great advice. And I always share the same thing with other people, because I think it's great to enjoy what you're doing. It's always great for you to not just put finances first, but you still have to look at the actuality of things.
Right. So be realistic about things.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah. And any future, you know, upcoming YouTubers that are watching the stream right now, do not worry about, you know, making sure you have the latest bike that's out there, because there have been plenty of people that started out that had, you know, a CBR F4i or a CBR F3 that's carbureted. I know a channel that a guy has, I think it's 2004 or 2005 CBR F4i with the banana seat, and he has like 34,000 subs on YouTube. So it's just like, no matter what it is, no matter what bikes you have, guys, people ultimately want to see the person enjoying themselves on camera more than the bike themselves. Of course, people want to see like the latest bikes that are out there, things like that. But what's really going to drive your YouTube success is that you actually enjoying what you're doing and the production and how it comes across on camera.
Yeah. Hold on one second. I'm gonna send you a new, guys, just heads up. For some reason, the software that I'm using did an update. It times out for you to do the update, and I didn't do it. I didn't want to cause any issues. You're probably going to get disconnected. You're going to get, I was troubleshooting as we're going through all this as to why it stopped the first time. So you're going to get a new connection. While then I'm going to roll a clip of you, and then you just join back in. It'll bring you right back on. So just a heads up when that happens. All right. Yeah, guys, so we're going to definitely roll that clip real quick, and then we will get right back to the stream. Again, guys, we love doing these streams, and it's really, really dope to have an opportunity to have people come on and tell their story and share their channel. So really, really dope stuff, guys. So hang tight, and Moto Mac's gonna be right back. And if you're watching, I definitely want you guys to definitely hit that subscribe button. So what I'm gonna do also, I'm gonna pull up some comments while he comes back, because I don't know why they did this whole new timer thing, which is kind of a weird thing, but it's all good. But again, as I'm doing most of this stuff, guys, I'm usually troubleshooting, or I'm usually going through stuff. But right before we do that, by the way, just want to highlight our sponsors of the stream. Hard Knocks Coffee, links will be in the description. Definitely hit them up. Candles, merch, coffee. If you're looking for any stuff that's you know, maybe for your wife or as a gift, definitely hit them up. It's a great way to support the channel. Also, of course, one of my biggest sponsors that's been part of my channel for years and years, and they've been amazing to me, guys. And it would definitely mean the world if you're shopping for your bike and you want to get parts, man. Definitely Motivation USA is the place I'd recommend. That's where I get all the parts for my bikes. I know there's other competitors out there, but again, it's always great to hit up Motivation USA. Parts, tools. As you guys know, they also got me to work with Beta Tools. They're like the #1 tool brand for MotoGP, and that's all I have in my garage now, thanks to them. So yeah, definitely hit them up. And if you need parts, that's where you're gonna go. All right. Well then, let's roll this clip real quick. And of course, Moto Mac's already back, which is dope because I preemptively saw what was gonna happen and set it up. Let's take a quick look at this clip. I thought it was a pretty fun one too.
Woo, that bike looking good. You did?
Yeah, but it bombed on me. It was like, blah, blah, blah.
You gotta get a flash, bro. Yeah, for sure. That was a lot of fun, man.
Does it make you nervous every time I pull up the clips? Yo, he's like, what is he gonna play?
Bike night. That clip. My boy Listo. That was when he just got that bike too, so he was really enjoying himself on that ride.
Yeah, man. I saw a couple of videos, I think, with you guys in Queens with that bike and stuff. It's really, really dope. Again, that bike is gonna become like a legend, by the way. That bike's definitely gonna become a legend, I think. Even though the look is not completely for everyone, it is a fast bike. It's like the cheat code, like you said.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a cheat code, for sure. Up, down, left, right, left, right.
Yo, he's going with the Contra right now.
For sure, man.
Yo, let's go, man. So, what would you like people to know about your channel, man?
Just know that I'm a guy that is not going to give you one specific thing. I'm going to give you an eyeful. You know, I'm going to give you some track days. I'm going to give you some smackdowns. I'm going to give you some installs. I'm going to give you some funny clips. You know, I grew up in New York in the 90s, so a lot of my humor comes from, you know, different TV shows, Martin, Jamie Foxx, all that other stuff. So I like to have some jokes and some good times on my channel, man. I just like to have a little bit of everything inside of there, not just one specific thing. I think everybody will get a kick out of that. And it just makes it completely entertaining, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I'm pretty open. I think I'm pretty friendly. So I just like to keep the energy going, keep the laughs coming, and keep the entertainment rolling.
Yeah, man. So,
sure.
Now, one of the things, guys, I'm not gonna keep you forever, man. It is a pretty long stream, but there is one controversial thing that I definitely gonna bring up. It wouldn't be me if I didn't bring up something that might be a little controversial, but I thought, granted, it's not super controversial, but I thought it was a really dope thing that happened. Well, the thing that happened wasn't dope, but the outcome of it, I thought it was really cool. So recently, I know you did a video with Madlit TV. Sorry, I'm saying Madlit TV. Madlit S1000.
Madlit S1K, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then you guys had a little bit of mishap where a little bike drop kind of thing. So just kind of walk us through that and how was it handled and stuff. I know what was dope about it. Just so you guys know, it's not drama or nothing like that. What I thought was really dope, why I'm bringing this up, I thought it was really cool that something did happen, and then everybody handled it like gentlemen and stuff. He kind of went out of his way, made sure everything was paid for if it needed to be and stuff. So that was pretty dope. But just walk us through that. I thought it'd be kind of cool thing to kind of
it was actually one of the first times that we had linked up and decided to do a collaboration. He actually took me to Roosevelt Island that I had never been before. I born and raised in New York, and I'd never been to Roosevelt Island in my entire life. So that was definitely something that I definitely wanted to do.
Yo, I have not been there.
Like,
I haven't been
unless
there.
you're like invited to Roosevelt Island, you don't really ever go there for anything. So, so I was like, yeah, I definitely want to go. I know it's going to be dope views of both Manhattan and Queens because it's in between the river. So you get, best of both sides. And he took me over there, and it was just a case of us just having some miscommunication, and we wound up, bumping into each other. Nobody was hurt. It wasn't like catastrophic damage done to the bikes or anything like that. But, we definitely handled it as gentlemen should. But it's just a testament to what I was saying earlier about just making sure, you are aware of who you're riding with. And what you guys are actually doing. This happened probably only because we had never ridden with each other before.
Yeah.
Had we been riding with each other before, had we had a little bit of chemistry established, it probably wouldn't have happened at all. And it was still pretty minor, the incident that happened. I think my fairing had gotten scraped up a little bit, but it was taken care of within like a week and a half of it happening. So it was almost as if nothing really happened. But it was just a case of us just having a little bit of miscommunication during the ride. But everything was rectified. I even saw a massive amount of support on his channel when it happened because I commented, and I was just like, we're definitely not going to let something like this, slow us down. We're definitely not going to let this ruin the start of our bike season. We're going to get everything fixed, and it's going to be like, as if nothing ever happened. And I think my comment had gotten like 50 likes. So I was just like, that's what I want to see. I want to see people, see something, see a little bit of something that happened, two guys working it out and immediately getting past it and moving on to the next thing. And that's really, really, really what I'm about, man. And I'm very, even in my personal life, I'm very, anti-drama. I try to keep things to, a minimum with anything that I do. And if I can, overcome something that's, not dire and it's not like overwhelmingly bad, you know what I mean? Why not? Let's just do it. He and I are still gonna link up again. We're still gonna collab again. We're still gonna do, make more content. So just something that happened, and who knows? That incident probably incorporated some of his followers to follow mine, for all I know.
Yeah. I am definitely very excited to link up with either one of you guys, or pretty much all together. I think it's gonna be a really dope look. I think New York has a really unique vibe because I think not only specifically your channel per se, like it's driven by a couple of things that are very interesting. I think even for mine as well, we share all of that in common. First, our bike's very unique, different personalities, and also our city has its own personality just in itself. Like showing that piece of content you shot where we went downtown, Midtown. Again, it's pretty much a whole lot happening. And I think our city itself is its own personality. So I think that's a very strong point for New York. So I think it's going to be really dope when the season comes around. And I'm looking forward to it. And I think it's going to be a really dope place to be.
For sure. If you're motovlogging in the city, just keep the camera on because any crazy ass thing can happen at any moment. It's New York City. It just doesn't sleep. Almost nothing should surprise you.
No, I used to do that. And I would have hundreds and hundreds of gigs of footage to filter through. I stopped, and just now it's like, I think when you start becoming more of a pro when you're vlogging, you start realizing you don't have to do that anymore.
Right.
Because what ended up happening to me was I would go out, right? For, let's say if I'm just chilling, I'm like, I'm just going to shoot today, and I keep it running. And I have plenty of batteries, so I have batteries all day. And it's like, now it's like specifically to capture certain things or something is going to happen, hope something does happen. And I found out with the experience of you vlogging or knowing exactly what you want, the scene you want to capture, the story you want to tell, you just use your cameras with a controller and just launch it once you're ready. execute whatever you're doing or telling the story. And if you're really good at this, you could really splice certain part of your ride into it as part of the story, which I find is way easier to have my wife edit. She's my pro editor at this point. So
really, that's awesome.
Yeah, she's a badass editor, man. I wouldn't be able to do this solo, to be honest. So
that's awesome, man.
So, but yeah, it's really dope, man. Very interesting. I thought it was a great story to kind of share because I didn't want to highlight it as a negative. I think it was a very cool thing to see that something did happen amongst, respectable men, and it's like, yo, we could make this work or whatever. We help you fix your bike or whatever. That's really cool, and I think that's something that we can all learn from. Just being able to be respectful with one another, even though it's somebody you just met. So that was pretty dope.
It was the most seamless thing that seamless like patch to an issue that you could possibly do. Like it was almost like no effort involved. It was zero drama. Like it was resolved by the end of the day. It was like no issues at all.
Yeah.
So
really dope, man.
Cool. He's definitely a low key guy. Definitely a really cool dude. Definitely somebody you can talk to. He's got probably one of the smoothest YouTube voices, motovloggers that you could possibly have. It's like the Barry
Welcome
White
to another video, guys. Be ready for this. Take your wife and your daughters and your aunties into the room because I'm about to vlog. Could you imagine that?
Lights down, light the candle.
Yo.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Matt Lit. Cool dude, man.
Good stuff, man. I'm going to roll one more clip because that's definitely a highlight so the people know what's good with you and for them to go and check it out. And then, I don't want to keep you forever. And then we'll kind of wrap up, man. But guys, definitely keep an eye out. There will be content coming amongst all of us here, whether it's here in New York or in another state. So be ready for that. Let's see if I could drop a lineup. Let's see here. Group Ride Smackdown. Which one was that? Hang tight. I'm just testing it here real quick, guys. There was so many of them. So
probably the Miami series.
You said probably the Miami one.
Miami series part 3.
Let's see what I got.
I think it's titled Race Day. That Miami trip was that was insane.
Yeah, I'll do this one here. There was a night pool that I really like, guys. Let's take a quick look at this. This is pretty cool.
We got Chala Chala. Chala Chala. Holla for $1.
I had to play the sound of the bike, so I had to put this one in, guys. Beautiful bike. Now, I know you go hard, man, when you're out there in the paint. Do you ride in the winter? Because I don't. And I know a lot of people be hating on me a little bit, like, yo, you don't ride in the winter. I just not my thing.
So when I first started riding, I was just like 40 degrees. That's doable.
Yo, we've all been there out of the excitement. We've all been there. It's like, yeah, it's 37. It's good.
Exactly. And as each year that passes, it's like, 45 I'm going to do it. 55 I'm going to do it. 55 I'm not going to do it. 65 I'm going to do it. So I don't think I ride anymore in the winter. I think I'm officially bougie now. Eating grips, I am not going to do it. But yeah, I think my season from now on is like the very, very end of March to like the very beginning or middle of October.
Yes, sir.
I'm hanging it up for the season.
Yeah, man. Okay. Oh, quick. Hold on one sec. I just want to kind of do a quick shout out real quick here. I did get a super chat by someone else. I want to make sure I highlight that just before we kind of somewhat wrap up. And also my producer's messaging me here, aka wifey.
Let's see what coming up. Commercial break coming up. 2 seconds. Make sure we sponsor Dove.
Yo, she's like that, man. She's about that business. She don't play around.
She's about that coin.
Yeah. Keep me sharp. Keep me sharp. Let's see how they got. Let me see. He kind of did a super chat a little bit earlier, so. Nick ZX10R Mez.
Yes, my guy.
Yeah, man. Good looks. We appreciate it, man. Everything helps. So just so you know.
Yeah.
I know there were some cool questions here I wanted to kind of quickly pull up before we kind of wrap up the night.
We both will be meeting ZX10 Mez for the first time in Tennessee as well too.
Oh, so he's gonna be out there.
He'll be out there as well too. Yep.
Oh, so that's gonna be a good look.
Yeah, for sure. ZX10 Mez, he's the man.
So Alex Lexus Ninjas has been watching, man. Good stuff. An awesome show. Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll kind of pull this up.
ZX Predator.
Steven Turner. I have Steven Turner here. He mentioned, I always have at least one camera rolling on every ride. Like New York. You never know what you'll see in Philly. Right. Yeah, man. It's an interesting place. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, yeah, definitely. Like, if you got the storage space, keep that camera rolling because you just never know what you're gonna see. Because there's been plenty of times where I had my 360 camera playing, I didn't see anything that happened, but my camera did, and I just used that as content.
Also, just wanted to say what's up to Fireblade Pilot. He's a Ducati rider as well. Also, Dude Mungus is in the building, guys. He's also on the come up as well. If you guys want to sub him, hopefully one of these days we'll get him on here. Yes, sir. Hopefully we get an opportunity to kind of get him on here, and
he will be in Nashville as well too.
Yo, my wife is a fucking savage, dude.
Yeah, she's on it, huh?
She was like, listen, you should do your startup of all 3 bikes. I'm like, nah, we're good. People gonna like that.
Her energy is awesome, man.
Nah, we're good, man. Yo, I think she loves the bikes probably more than I do, man. ZX10 Mez mentioned here, I've ridden in 1199, and that bike ain't it. Oh, come on, man. That bike. But you know what it is? Okay, so here's the deal. It's a little thing here. Since we're kind of going through comments and answering people. So here's the thing. I think at some point, right now, Ducati has all the drip, okay? I think there was a point where they've realized they've maximized that L-twin engine. They couldn't get any more out of it.
Absolutely.
And they couldn't keep up with the inline fours. That's when you have the BMW S1000 that was kind of smashing everything down. I think anybody that ends up getting a 1299, 1199, they're looking for the pedigree, the sound, the way the bike rides a little bit. But I don't think you're going to be able to compete with some inline fours that are out there. That's just my honest opinion.
I agree with that sentiment as well, too.
Mm-hmm.
I agree,
but sure. in this...
999 was a torque monster, but up top, it didn't really possess the power to really keep up with the inline fours as... the V4 takes over now, but the 1199 and 1299s, you can squeeze out maybe like 105 foot-pound of torque out of 1299, but maybe only like 180, 185 horsepower out of it. So it was definitely a monster in its own regard, but it definitely didn't keep up with the latest inline 4-liter bikes that were out there.
Yeah, it was getting long in the tooth.
Right.
I have here Fireblade Pilot. He mentioned I actually sold my 1299 for the V4. The heat of the 1299 was too much for Florida.
Felt that firsthand, man. I understand why he did it. Perfectly understand why he did that.
Absolutely understandable. Let's see what else I got here. Couple more comments here. There's just so much, guys. I'm kind of going through as many as I can. And if we miss anybody, guys, if you're watching, you want to comment later, we will be replying to everybody into the comment section, even though it's not live. So don't hesitate if you do have a question or if it doesn't get answered here. Here's a good question by Bud Tussinel for you, Moto Mac. It said, what's the cost of a track day and what advice, tips, or tricks would you give to a first-time track rider?
Excellent question. So the cost of a track day, it really depends on your situation, right? And to begin with, how are you getting to the track? That's the number one thing, right? So And then when you get to the track, where are you staying at? Where are you sleeping at? I think the best thing to do for your first track day is to not travel the day that you're actually going to be riding on the track.
Okay.
Me, I can never, ever sleep the night before track, but I'll be there the night before. I'll get maybe about a half hour of sleep just because, it's so much anticipation going through your head, so much adrenaline that's going through your head just thinking about it. But, the cost can really rack up really fast, and how things are right now with the economy, it's not doing you any favors. So you're talking about gas, you're talking about tolls, you're talking about the trailer costs.
Yes.
If you have to rent a van or a truck to pull your bike, that in itself could be like $1,000 right there. Then you have the actual track day, right? How much is that going to cost? How long are you going for? Where are you staying at? Are you staying in the truck? Are you going to stay at the hotel? NJMP has hotel rooms that can accommodate you right on the track, which I definitely recommend you guys do. It's an awesome place to stay. Some rooms overlook the finish line right outside the door. So NJMP is definitely an awesome place to go for your first time if you're in the Northeast area like where I am. Advice and tips: be humble. Be humble. Don't expect to be dragging knee your first day. Don't expect to move up on your first day. Definitely take the coach's advice. And listen with understanding as well too, because he is definitely going to give you some tips and tricks to ride safer on the track, as well as taking that to the street, and not just being faster on the street, but definitely things to help you in panicky situations on the street as well too. So any other tricks I would say? I'm not sure if I know of any other tricks, but just be ready and willing to learn, because it's definitely a learning experience, especially if you're a first time rider. Most track coaches, they're going to take you out for the first couple sessions, teach you the ropes, teach you the track, learn the track, and then he'll probably sit you guys off and see how you guys do individually. So it's definitely something that you're going to have to build on, but get started. Get to the track, get yourself to the track, and get started with that, because it's definitely something that you should do.
That's a great answer. I just want to kind of highlight here, kicking it with Q. Just says tuned
in. My boy Q.
So good looks, man. By the way, guys, if anybody's tuned in, definitely hit the thumbs up. Really appreciate it. I have Jack in a Box here. Bruh, these streams are one of the best gems in YouTube. That's a big thing you're saying right now. I'll take it. But there's a lot of growing to do, a lot of learning about the stream that I can do to grow to make it better. But
streams are awesome. The streams are definitely awesome, man.
Hopefully we can continue bringing more people on. And oh, by the way, I do have some really cool guests coming, guys. I have a manufacturer that does some BMW S1000 parts, billet aluminum stuff for Ducati. That's going to do a whole thing. We're doing a whole rollout for some new merch, well, not merch, but product that's going to be released. But he will be here to talk about his company and stuff. So that's pretty big deal. So stay tuned. S1000RR MIA said, well said, Moto Mac. Best thing about bike channels is seeing others with the same passion, enjoying everything about the bike life.
That's all it's about, man.
Yeah, that's really dope advice, man. Let's see what else we got here. It's just so much, man. I'm just trying to filter through, guys. Again, my apologies if I don't get to some of your comments. You don't see me pop them up or whatever like that. I have N. Norris. He's in the building. He mentioned here, of course. What else?
Green team, let's go.
Green team.
Green team.
Xmoto Media is in the building. We have quite a few people that I've never seen before. Again, if you guys are tuned in, you want to show love and support, subscribe to the stream, the channel, that'd be dope. And of course, if you're rocking with Moto Mac TV, you have to sub and show him love again.
Absolutely.
All of those things help. I know I'm mentioning quite a bit, but it definitely helps. I have here a question here for you for Frank Palomo. I think that's how I say it correctly. Are you going to Extreme Bike Night on the 19th or Edison Cycle Gear Bike Night again?
The 19th, what is that, of this month?
Yeah.
That, I'll actually be on my way out of town that weekend, so I won't be able to make that. But thereafter, I'll probably be able to make some more Cycle Gear bikes. I think Frank Palmer. I think I've been talking to him a couple of times on Instagram. We'll definitely link up for sure, bro. I don't think I'll be able to make that bike night, but we'll definitely link up for sure, man.
Yeah. that is really exciting to kind of see the excitement that you guys are having for those bike nights and those meets. And I will definitely be going on those as well, because I feel like it's definitely something that's been missing. I'm not talking about regarding YouTube or my channel. I'm just talking about overall just being, you know, present in these events and stuff and being part of the community. I think early on I kind of got turned off based on certain criterias, but I'm definitely coming back to that as well. So all right, this is your time, man, to shine. Just let people know where they could find you. And
sure. You guys can definitely follow me on Instagram and YouTube. Instagram is Moto Mac TV, same on YouTube. Definitely, you know, drop me a sub, drop me a like. Don't be afraid to comment. Even if you comment something rude or mean, it'll still be taken into consideration. I try not to take a lot of things personal, as you know, sure, you always have the attitude going forward. But yeah, man, rock out with me, guys. I'm trying to do some more stuff with the channel. I'm really, you know, just getting started. I haven't posted a lot as of lately, but I've been busy with a lot of personal things. But you know, Clutch, you and I are gonna be out somewhere pretty soon too, and we're gonna make some dope content, and we're gonna keep it going, man. New York City, we always get like the very last to get that bike season started because we're still dealing with like cold temperatures and things like that. What was it just yesterday? It was like 51 degrees, cold, raining and stuff like that. And my friends out in Georgia and Tennessee are like, dude, it's so hot out here. Like, I can't even ride with a jacket. I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. So yeah, don't worry, guys. More content is coming. You just gotta wait for the season to act accordingly.
Yes, sir. By the way, guys, my wife also messaged again. She said, yes, don't remember to remind people. I will be, what do you got in here? Man, I can't keep up with all this stuff, to be honest. I will be out in Nashville this month, and I will be out in Detroit riding like a goddamn robot. Nah. Definitely, I'll be in those events, guys. I'm actually planning, at least when I do end up getting my van and stuff and having the bikes, I'm hoping to start doing some of these streams live with people and stuff. So that's going to be something that's very unique, and having people with their bikes out while they're out. So that's going to be really cool and very interesting. So hopefully we can kind of get this situated. But again, thank you everybody for coming through, showing love and support. And please, if you tuned in, you have questions, leave a comment down below, hit the thumbs up. And I'd really appreciate it for you to hit Moto Mac's channel, give him a sub, show him some love. If you're out here in New York, if you're here in New York, you're not sub, come on, that's some bullshit. Gotta show love. Again,
I agree.
I forgot to say what's up to Power Moto and also Futuristic Moto. He's always on as well, guys. I didn't put that up, but good looks to everybody for tuning in. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Catch you guys next Sunday. Peace. Oh, man, that was